Hello folks, it's Gordon here, hope all is well with you. This video I've called Your Biggest Priority Goal, phrased as a question, your biggest priority goal, and it's looking at one of my quote images. I posted it in the feed today. It's the 1st of July today, and in that quote image I asked this question: what is your biggest priority goal for the second half of 2021? What's your biggest priority goal for the second half of 2021? July the 1st. We're into the second half of the year. Now, Emma is saying hi. Hello Emma, hope all is well with you. I've spoken before about New Year resolutions. I'm going to cover it quickly before I move on to the point. Well, it is part of the point. I've got a problem with New Year resolutions because New Year resolutions have a jokey failure element to them. People don't do them properly. They, oh yeah, it's hilarious. I'm going to set a New Year resolution and fail within 3 days of New Year. Ha ha, isn't that funny? No, it's not funny. Might be funny in the short term, yeah, but actually medium to long term, particularly long term, it's bad. It's not funny because it makes you think, it makes a lot of people think that the whole area of goal achievement, self-improvement, personal development is a load of rubbish, a load of wishy-washy, airy-fairy, happy-clappy nonsense that we just have a laugh about at New Year. We don't actually take seriously. That's the real problem. It's a shame. It means that so many people, because they dismiss the field, dismiss the concepts, dismiss the ideas and techniques, don't get any of the results. Shame. I talk about that a lot. Now, we're at the 1st of July. 6 months later. Now is a great... Emma saying, I love a bit of airy fairy, don't we all? 1st of July. 6 months between one New Year's Day and another New Year's Day is a much better time to set New Year resolutions, because you can set resolutions, which are basically goal setting. You can set that any day of the year. It doesn't matter what day it is, you can do it at any time. But July the 1st is a great time to do it because we've already had a half of the year. Half of the year's gone. So we can look back to the first half of 2021 and say, well, how did it go for us? Whether that's in health, wealth, career, relationships, lifestyle, what happened? How did it go for us? What did we do? What did other people do to us or for us or with us? What were the results for me, those around me, my goals, my passions, my joys, my life? How's it gone first half of the year? And then what we can do is throw it forwards and look to the second half of the year. We've still got a full 6 months left, a full 50%, half of the year left. What are we going to do with it? Are we going to let the second half of the year just drift by like we may have done with the first half of the year? Are we going to spend the second half of the year with our foot down, pedal to the metal? Yeah, that's right. With our foot to the floor, driving hard towards our goals, which we may have done for the first half of the year. Or could it be for the first half of the year that you had good intentions, your actions didn't last very long, or those intentions never turned into much action at all, and realising that as you do an assessment halfway through the year, you might think, bollocks to that, for the second half of the year, I'm going to do it differently for the second half of the year. I'm going to be proactive, I'm going to be intentional with direction towards something that means something to me. I'm going to take action and I'm going to get some results. So you can either carry on if you've been on that kind of path, or you can decide to get yourself on that kind of path. Either way, it's powerful, isn't it? You knew I was going to say it's powerful. Dare I say it, transformational. You knew that was coming as well. Because it can be. Between now and the end of the year, you could do something which could transform your life. Because if we think about life-changing decisions or life-changing actions, we all took them at some point, didn't we? Whether we took them by accident or whether we took them because circumstances threw them at us, or whether we took them by design. And I can't predict what's going to happen for you in the second half of 2021. That would be absurd. I can't predict what's going to happen for me in the second half of 2021. None of us know none of us know what's going to happen in life 6 months for the next 6 months. No, anyone who says they do is wrong, because none of us can. But we can try and steer the rudder, can't we? Well, we can definitely decide where we're going to put the rudder, and we can try and steer ourselves through life's waters. Emma, I feel I haven't achieved anything in the past year due to circumstances in my life. Now I'm feeling a bit stronger. I feel like I needed to hear this today. Emma, or a fortune teller. Exactly, fortune tellers. Well, you see, I could tell people's fortunes. I could say to someone, your second half of the year is going to be much more full of results. It's going to be much more meaningful for you. And I know that's going to be true because you're going to be taking action towards it. And how do I know that you're going to be taking action towards it? It's because I'm going to help you. Oh, yeah, I've got to tell you, by the way, my coaching that I offer a 1 hour coaching session, my 8-step goal achievement formula, where I go over the formula, explain how I've used it in the past for spectacular results, if you want me to. Then we'll look at how what your goal is, your biggest priority goal, whether that's in health, wealth, career, relationships, lifestyle, works for any goal. We'll see how that goal fits into the formula. And if you haven't had the results that you might have wanted, we can probably find something in the formula that's been missing. £99 for that 1 hour session. I've got an offer in July for the first, well, maybe I've got a 7-day offer coming up in July, where instead of £99, it's going to be £55. I'm going to be talking about that in the next couple of days. But if you want to message me, you can always message me about that. So in a way, that's a bit of fortune telling, isn't it? So that's me telling you your fortune, even though you might think, I don't know the first thing about you. Who the hell am I to tell your fortune? Well, in that case, why don't you tell your own fortune? It is actually a powerful point, and I've spoken about this before. You can choose to let yourself be buffeted by the circumstances of life, because circumstances in life will buffet you in the same way that they buffet me, in the same way that they buffet everyone else around. It happens, no getting away from it. But you can be buffeted by circumstance with no direction from you, or you can be buffeted by circumstance while you're taking action that does mean something to you, that is focused and intentional. Now, when that happens, it means that the buffeting of circumstance, you're better prepared to take it. You're better prepared to accept it because you're enjoying yourself, because you're on a meaningful journey. And actually, you're also mentally stronger equipped to deal with the buffeting circumstance because you're on a meaningful journey of intention. Oh, I get excited about this. I get a bit overexcited. I have to admit, I do get a bit overexcited about it sometimes, but hey, something else I mention every now and again, I haven't spoken about this a lot for a while. There's an internet marketing coach called Frank Kern, who I go through phases of following. Sometimes I follow him, sometimes I think I've had enough of him now, I'll go on to someone else, which happens when you're following people who inspire you. You might find that with me. You might think, oh yeah, and you follow my stuff for a while. And then you might think, no, I've had enough of Gordon for a while, I'm going to go and follow someone else. And then you might wander back to me at some point in the future. It's okay. And Frank Kern says he's a big fan of live videos. He talks about doing live videos. And what he says is that whenever he's doing a live video, he inspires himself. Because he reminds himself of his own points, of his own teaching, of his own formula, ideas and techniques. So he inspires himself, and he finds that not only after the video, but during the live video, he really feels motivated. I do that. That happens to me. I find myself, as you can tell, getting excited and motivated. And because I stand for a three-pronged set of beliefs: belief in opportunities, belief in abilities to take them, and belief in doing something about it. When I talk about my Transform Your Life Now message, what do you think that does to all three of those beliefs? It bloody ramps them up. That's what it does. It makes me think, yes, oh yeah. And something I stand against, which is something I got from another coach called Lisa Barry, something I stand against is those three beliefs being dismissed. Because sometimes those beliefs, maybe my beliefs in those three things, or your belief in those three things, are dismissed by someone else on your behalf. And they say, no, that's not for you. You couldn't do that. No, that's for other people, not for you. But even worse, we dismiss those beliefs ourselves, don't we? When we say, no, I haven't got any opportunities, or those opportunities, they exist, but not for me. Or those opportunities exist, they do exist for me, but I haven't got the ability to take the opportunity. Or you might think, yeah, the opportunity exists for me, and I have got the ability, but I'm not going to do anything about it in case someone laughs at me, or in case I fail. We do that to ourselves. Oh, blimey. Stop it. It's got to stop. I'm talking to myself there, really, aren't I? But I'm definitely talking to you as well. If that applies to you, you might think, no, it doesn't apply to me. I'm bang, I'm moving. I know where I'm going. I know why I'm doing it. I know what I'm doing, and I'm getting results. Great. That is a thing of joy. That is a thing of beauty, thing of wonder. No problem with that. That's wonderful. Keep going. As we move into the second half of the year. What a staging point in life, isn't it? Halfway through a year. To look at the first half, look forward to the second half, and then think about right now. What do you think? I enjoyed that one. Hope you enjoyed that message. I should be doing a few. So I go through phases myself where I do a lot more videos and then a bit less. For various reasons. I think my goal for July is to do a bit more regular on the videos. I know that's going to be a problem because we've got a week and a half of Wimbledon left. We've got a week of the Olympics left. At the first week of the Olympics is at the end of July. Oh dear, a bit of football as well. Oh blimey, I've got to fit all my videos in around that. Got to. It's a choice, isn't it? Your past choices don't have to be your future choices. That's why they're called choices. Shall I get that out of my card deck? I'm going to get that one out of my card deck. Because that's actually a reasonable card to go with for today actually as well. Right, so at the beginning. I'm going to turn the camera around because I think this one is worth it. There we go. Neil, another great live. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I appreciate your support as ever. Your past choices don't have to be your future choices. That's why they're called choices. So if you haven't had the results you might have wanted or hoped for in the first half of 2021, make different choices. You'd be amazed at what might happen. Okay, right, I'm in waffle mode today. I've got to try and rein in the waffle. I've got to wind in the waffle. That's a good one. I like a bit of alliteration. Right, I'm doing it. I'm waffling, talking about waffling. I've got to sign off. Wishing you as ever health and happiness today and into the whole second half of 2021 and beyond. Thinking about your biggest priority goal. Not my biggest priority goal, by the way. Yours. Your biggest priority goal. Okay, signing off for now. I'll speak to you again soon.